Good morning, Graeme. Welcome to this meeting. As I said before, we have 10 minutes for you, a maximum of 10 minutes to present your deputation. The floor is yours.
Hello, thank you, Lord Provost. It's actually Brian Robertson here. Graeme is going to come in a second.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Morning. Yes,
Yep.
we can, Brian. Thank you.
I'm just going to say one or two wee things. Right now, I'm outside the City Chambers on a cold, wintry Edinburgh morning. The snow's just gone off, but everybody here is very unhappy about the cuts that can be made and the future cuts next year.
What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want?
Thank you, everyone. And thank you, committee, for bearing with us. The one thing that I just want to say before I hand you over to Graeme to make a statement from our United City of Edinburgh Council branch is I noticed that there's a kind of 3% considered for local government employee pay rises. 3% is simply not enough. 3% won't pay the rent. It won't pay the electricity. It won't pay the gas. It won't even pay the council tax for many people. And the Governor of Bank of England, I think you guys should be going to the Governor of Bank of England to ask him to cut the cost of living. And if you do, take a message from me personally. I will ask all of our Unite members across Scotland to reduce their pay demands if the Governor of the Bank of England reduces the cost of living. So I'll leave it there and I'll pass you over to Graeme to make the branch statement. Thank you.
Hello, Council. Thank you. On behalf of United Union City of Edinburgh Council branch, I come to you on today's budget day with a request that we reassess how we deliver services, to move away from short-term thinking and knee-jerk external procurement, to create a council workforce that's equipped and supported to face the challenges ahead and whose well-being and rights at work are protected, as we focus on improving the health of the local economy, in turn helping to fight poverty and build up our communities. We propose that these goals can be achieved by two measures: investing in frontline staff and in-housing essential council services. Across many areas of the council, we have staffing crises: cleaners, social care, the technology-enabled care service, and in almost every area, the problems of understaffing are redoubled by high absence rates due to workplace stress caused by excessive workloads, absence of progression and training, and the denial of an effective voice in the workplace. In a contrary motion to the impact of understaffing, increasing our council workforce capacity would pay back dividends. Fair and realistic workloads would reduce workplace stress, cut down on absence, and ensure we have the staff in place to assure the quality of our services. With more workers at work, we create the space needed for workers to develop and flourish. With this development, our own workforce can upskill and fulfil the duties that all too often go out to external contractors. This creates savings and ensures we're spending in a way that is sustainable, rather than frittering away funds on ad hoc contracts. A brief aside: ensuring services have adequate staffing is the #1 request that we hear from members. No one has asked for spending on well-being window dressing so they can hear from authors or be told to take a forest bath. Mindfulness doesn't stop you being overworked and underpaid. Time and again, stress is insultingly attributed to workers having deficit in resilience, rather than stress being an appropriate response to harsh and demoralising material conditions. And a further benefit of investing in council workers is the benefit to the local economy. Council staff go out and spend their money in the communities, rather than seeing the money shored off to multinational companies. The scenario is painfully familiar. All too often we hear we've no money for frontline staff, but ample for consultants and contractors. All the strategists and advisors in the world won't make a difference without a skilled, healthy, safe and robust workforce to deliver essential services. I'm now going to quickly go over some examples of where in-housing could make transformative changes to the council. Firstly, our facility management staff. And just to note that this list is by no means exhaustive, this is purely examples of what we could do. The FM staff have been the council's infection control team throughout the pandemic. These are workers working long days, picking up several contracts just to make a living. The council's hard FM contract sees millions of pounds paid to multinationals, but by investing in our in-house team and providing training, we can deliver the services in a more sustainable and cost-effective way that directly addresses poverty by improving the conditions of low-paid workers. Secondly, our house and property team. This is a service that previously brought in surplus to the council, but has since been cut to ribbons with an over-reliance on contractors and agency staff. We call for the council to look to reduce agency spend and fully bring back in-house the teams that deal with kitchens and bathrooms, windows and doors, adaptations, roofing and plastering. Tenants across the city have made their voice heard through the work of the Excellent Living Rent Group, and the stories of the repairs done by contractors are horror stories. As the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child and Cooperation Scotland Bill looks set to be passed, there's going to be an onus on the council to provide suitable quality housing that is sorely wanting in many areas. So we need the in-house teams to deliver this and protect the health and well-being of council tenants. To briefly focus in on the retrofitting work, this is ensuring the energy efficient homes for all of council tenants. This is crucial work that helps address the climate crisis and reduce living costs for council tenants. There's much work to be done. This is a golden opportunity for the council to create quality jobs for the future, and we urge council today to ensure this work is delivered in-house. We lament the Scottish Government's continued attack on local authorities and fully understand the precarious financial situation of the council. We call on all councillors today to speak with our colleagues in Holyrood and Westminster to highlight the devastating impact this prolonged cutback on local government is having on its workers and citizens. In this crisis, we need to look at new ways of doing things by strengthening our frontline services, taking on board the principles of community wealth building that have been used to great success in North Ayrshire and Preston. In doing so, we can improve the quality of our services, bolster our local economy, and create a council workforce that is ready for the challenges ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Graeme, for that.